More people are getting into car crashes in Central Florida by the day. As part of our mission with DriveSmartFlorida.org, we are taking a closer look at the numbers. Over the last 5 years, car crashes have increased more than 24% statewide. We found out most of those crashes are because drivers are doing one thing: following too close.
So the 3-second rule is a proper following distance for optimal conditions on the roadway. That gives you enough space between vehicles in case vehicles need to merge, or if the vehicle in front of you does an emergency brake situation and you have time to react and stop without striking the other vehicle. I've seen time and time again where these rear-end collisions happen. They can easily avoidable just by backing off just a little bit.
Juan Carlos wishes that's what the driver who hit him would have done.
This is not how you used to be.
The sling that hangs around Juan Carlos's neck is still something he's getting used to.
Take me back to the day. What happened, when it happened, what were you doing at the time?
Yes, I was actually finishing a job in Wesley Chapel, and I was about to get on I-4. There was traffic. I came into a stop, and about 8 seconds after my stop, we got rear-ended.
And then boom.
Boom.
Months after his car crash, he's still recovering.
And this guy was just too close?
Way too close. If it wasn't that close, I wouldn't be like this. I used to be a perfectly normal person.
Now?
I got a frozen shoulder, so I'll gain some of my movement, but it will never be the same. 16 years of doing my trade on the construction business that I can't perform no more.
So you can't even work anymore?
No. My whole lifestyle, eating, bathing, putting my clothes on, everything changed.
Did you have to have any surgery after the accident?
Yes. From my elbow up, I could only go that high. And also forward, and I can't put my hands on the back like I used to. That's about as much as I could do.
Juan Carlos's case sounds similar to other crashes investigated by Florida Highway Patrol. Drivers following too close to the vehicle in front, with not enough space to brake, a crash.
The biggest thing that we see here in Central Florida are rear-end collisions. Rear-end collisions occur because people are not giving themselves enough space between them and the vehicle in front of them.
In 2017, Florida Highway Patrol issued more than 4,000 tickets to drivers who were just following too close. That's a 6.5% jump from the year before. All fines that could have been avoided by following the 3-second rule.
The 3-second rule is just a good rule to use if you're not sure how far to stay back.
So if people actually followed that rule, how do you think the number of crashes would be impacted?
I think we could cut our crashes by 25%. That many crashes happen because people are following too close. And what happens, you need to actually increase that distance when there's weather issues.
Which is what we were seeing on these cameras.
We have rain today. And so if you see on these cameras, you see it's raining, you need to increase your distance and you need to decrease the speed. Just because the road says it's designed and the speed limit's 50 miles an hour, that's for optimum conditions. Bright sunny day, no smog, no weather issues, no rain. When you have weather issues, you need to actually decrease your speed to under the posted speed limit and increase the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you so that you have a reaction time that's better.
To best demonstrate the 3-second rule and exactly how it works, DriveSmartFlorida.org and WFTV teamed up with the Lake County Sheriff's Office. On this closed and secure road in Lake County, we're able to show you from the ground and from the sky just how much of a difference every second makes.
So the 3-second rule is a following distance technique that we use for proper conditions, normal conditions on the roadway. There's no inclement weather or nighttime or something which would make that distance increase, but basically it's the vehicle that's in front of you that you're traveling behind passes a stopped object. You count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and if you reach that point before you get the 3 1,000 out, then you're following that vehicle too closely. That allows you for proper stopping distance should that vehicle do an emergency brake.
Here we see the 3-second rule in motion. Watch as the car in the back is able to stop at a safe distance, all because the driver was following the 3-second rule. Here, when following at 2 seconds, can lead to a crash. From above, you can see how much of a difference just 1 second makes. The car in the back in this demonstration would have rear-ended the car in the front when not following the 3-second rule.
So those seconds really do count, and the majority of the time, you're not going to actually get to your destination any faster by getting closer to those other vehicles and even going a couple miles an hour over the speed limit is not going to get you there any quicker. So it allows for more courtesy on the roadway and a safer condition on the road.
Juan Carlos is convinced it would have made a difference in his crash. Think you know how to follow the 3-second rule when you're behind the wheel? Take the test, and you might be surprised. We want you to drive safe and smart, Florida. To find this story and others as part of our series, you can find more at drivesmartflorida.org.